Hey guys, I'd been teasing this day for a while now. My buddy stopped by this afternoon, drove all the way from New York with a trailer full of TVs. No, these are not mine. I did not purchase these. These all belong to one collector who has entrusted me to restore them to the best of my ability. So I'm still kind of absorbing it all here. What all do we have? One, a little of a mix-up here. It's not all Predictas. We have a nice Dumont tabletop. I think this is a 15-inch set. Very cool, nice, high-end Dumont. That'll be cool to work on. I've never done a Dumont yet. I have several with basically this chassis, and I'm somewhat familiar with it, but I haven't restored one yet. And hiding back there, we have a Zenith porthole tabletop. I have not restored a Zenith porthole yet, so that'll be cool. As for the Predictas, we have two Tandems, a blonde and a mahogany. You can see the head units are back that way, or at least one of them. Yeah, they're both back there. We have two Pedestals, a blonde and a mahogany, both with a UHF option and both missing the interior brass button, unfortunately. We have a Princess. We have a Siesta. We have a Debutante that's in rough shape. That's the head for it. Some miscellaneous parts in that box. There's a Holiday. I'm not sure if I mentioned it or not. And we have a second Holiday that apparently is still wrapped up as purchased, so we get to do an unboxing on that. I can already tell, aside from the missing bit there are some other missing odds and ends, like we're missing the inner button on this, and that shaft looks wrong. So something's, oh yeah, this is not the original control. So we'll see, we'll have to do triage on all of these. This has some pretty bad damage here too. That's just a scuff, so the crack is not in the visible area, so it's not the end of the world. Clean that up a bit. Also, stress crack, so the trend continues. The 17-inch screen covers always have stress cracks. I'm pretty sure that one does too. The 21s, though, they don't look too bad. They don't have all that cruddy buildup on them. Nice change. The 25-foot-long cables on the head units are pretty miserable, and they stink. that vinyl, the plasticizers leach out, and they attract dirt and grime. So that may actually be the first thing we tackle, is some cleaning, because I want to reduce some of the stink. Because those cables smell worse than the screen covers do. Alright, well right now all this stuff is out on our front porch. I need to find somewhere in the house to put it. Luckily I've got a couple more Predictas done. They're being picked up this weekend, I hope. So that'll free up some space. I've done some rearranging in the basement. I'll do what I can. I have to finish off the ones I already have before I can start on these. But I will sneak in some triage here and there because I want to know, for example, are the picture tubes good or not? I can already tell that that one has been replaced with one that has a neck that's longer than the original. And they just put some longer screws on the back. Not the best job, and this ended up cracking. So that's what happened with that one. I don't know anything about the condition of the rest of these. I don't know what's good, what isn't, what's restorable, what isn't, what it will take to restore them. So it will be quite an adventure. Well, my back is complaining, but I managed to get them all inside. The two tandem head units I've already brought down to the basement because I want to start cleaning them. We'll talk about those in a separate video. So I have 11 sets to restore. I currently still have some outstanding previous sets that have to get done before I would start working on these. These two are not part of this group. These two we got some months ago. They are both restored. They're ready to go. I think I still have about 5 outstanding sets to get to before I start on these. I am booked solid at this month through the end of next year. I'm not taking on any more work indefinitely because I want to get back to my own sets and I want to start selling some of them and free up some space. So if you really want me to work on your set, I'm sorry, but you're going to just have to wait a while. Now, as far as these sets go, I've learned a little bit more from the owner. I'm pretty sure he said both tandems were working, and at least one of them, either he bought it restored or he had it restored, and he was watching it, and it went out one day. And he's curious to see what I discover when I look inside to see what somebody else considers a restoration compared to what I typically do. Other sets, I believe he's powered up, gotten various results. The Dumont is the one that he doesn't know anything about. He said all the knobs should be in a bag in the back of the set. I said the dial glass was not broken at his end. It must have gotten damaged in shipping, unfortunately, but I think it's just a square piece of plate glass. Should be trivial to replace. And he also noticed the brightener on the CRT. It probably is a 12 QP4, which is a Dumont kind of oddball CRT, but we should be able to modify it if we need to use a 12 LP4, which I do have some spares of. Dumonts are awesome sets, really well engineered. I want to get that to work. The Zenith, it doesn't weigh very much, which makes me think it's series strung. They made a whole lot of porthole sets and a whole lot of different configurations. Some series strung, some partially series strung, some with hot chassis or semi-hot chassis, and some are just flat out have a power transformer on the whole thing. I have had a couple. I sold one without restoring it. The other one I still have but I haven't touched yet, so I don't know a whole lot about them. So these are the two big mysteries. The rest of these either were working or they've had some work done. Certainly all familiar territory for me, so I'm not sure which I'll dive into first. The unknown territory, which could bog me down for a while, or blow through the sets I'm familiar with. I don't know. But what I do know is, before we do anything, I'm going to chuck them all out one by one, do triage, check each and every picture tube, and take a look at the chassis on each and every one. Start putting together a list of what we need. I know there are some knobs missing. This blonde tandem is missing a knob on the side, for example. And notice this one also has UHF. So we have 3 sets with the UHF option, and that one has the metal disc that's missing from the other 2. So that's what we need to probably fabricate. It's a metal disc that is deformed in the middle, and that's probably brass that's been chrome plated or something like that. Yeah, that's missing a knob too. And that's missing 2 knobs. So I got my work cut out for me to some degree. I do not know. I mean, heck, for all I know, all the chassis have been restored, and there's just cosmetic issues. Probably not, but we shall see. That's going to be it for now. I'm a bit overwhelmed. I'm a bit exhausted. I hope you enjoyed this preview of things to come. I am booked solid for the next year. So I'm sorry if any of you were hoping I could get to your sets between what I already have booked and then this new group. Plus I want to get back to my sets. It's going to be a while before I take on any more work. Sorry, but that's just the way it is. Bye for now.